What is something that I would tell myself 10 years ago before I got cancer at 7 years old? If I were to talk to myself or anyone that's a child in my situation, I would say that the most important thing about hope and living and living a fulfilled life is all about purpose. And that's one of the first philosophies I had as a 7, 8 year old. And it still stands true today that the soul's job is to live, and the ego's job is to not die. And I think the most important part for any human being on this planet is to have something to live for. And that is much different than trying to survive. Trying to survive is the ego's way of staying alive. It's not living. You're not living when you're trying to survive. And to have hope, to have something to live for, to have something to look forward to in the future, to dream is to live. To dream is to live. And for me as a child, that's what Legos gave me. The reason I'm called Lego James and the reason I build and create and do art is because Legos art and creation for me, that gives me meaning. That gives a purpose around my life, and that's why I hold it so true, because the entire point of living is dreaming, and I think art and creation gives me something to dream for, and it gives me a binder, a literal binder of 1,000 different pages of my future, of art, of blueprints, of things I want to draw, things I want to make, Legos I want to build, all this stuff. And even at 7 years old, if I were to tell myself, it'd be to just keep building Legos, because that's truly what hope is for me. Is as a 7-year-old, my hope was Legos, and I still feel it today. Whenever I look at it, whenever I see it, I'm like, I get the same feeling I got back then. And that is what the spark in life is, as either a 7-year-old, an 18-year-old, or even probably a 70-year-old in 50 years. Creating art and dreaming is inherently how I live. It's how I go about my life. It's my inner being, and that is how I feel enlightened on a day-to-day basis.